There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him.
Sure.
Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, I need to handle all these calls.
Okay.
Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still
Okay.
have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't have any answers. I don't know how I was supposed to figure that out. Maybe the fact that that's Chuck Brody is the number one, and then it keeps going. I don't know. I don't know how I was supposed to figure that one out, but I blew it, so that's good. I did so bad on that one, to be honest. That's very funny. I'm just gonna walk right into the whistling man, I bet you. Dude, if he's listening too, he knows we found his little hidey hole here. Oh boy!
The key. Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Oh! Basement storage. Okay. Well. Good. Well, alright. Basement storage, you say? Well, I suppose let's figure it out. Is this? No. Is it further in here? No, it's not. Okay. Perhaps it's... Oh, you know what? There's another... Is it this? Aha. Ooh.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay. How did you know I was in here? Oh, more to do. Okay. Yep. Okay. There's a cassette. Wait, what? Hold on. There's something here. Hold on. I suppose. Wish I had some light. Computers.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
What is that?
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me.
Hell yeah, Clive.
Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Wait. George Barrow?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
all
ma'am,
heard
I
he
guess.
drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive?
Could be.
Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
Perhaps.
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Set up. Alright, well I have this photo. There's another tape. Well, that looks like it.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates
Okay,
that
so
the
the
subject
subject-
has been deceased for 5 hours.
What's the time of death?
That puts the time of death.
Okay. Hold on, let's get some light here. There's gonna be a note and a tape there. That's not it. Okay. There's gonna be some... Oh boy, this sure is something. Where... Oh, I hate this. Oh. Oh. Okay. So this is supposed to be a note somewhere here.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
What is this? Police
This looks
department.
useful.
Oh, okay. Alright, the next one is... Oh, let's get some light. Okay. Okay, I kind of have some semblance of There's another one here. Is that it? Is that the right one? Looks like it, okay.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation.
That makes sense.
However, a high amount of cortisol was found,
Probably stress.
indicating elevated
Yep.
levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so... Well, I assume it's gonna be back here, right? Oh, I hate this. Okay.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm.
Oh, it's right there, okay.
It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Okay, that was trapped in the car door. Well, I mean, it's just... What the hell? Sure. What is all this? Is it in here? Aha!
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased.
And then there's
resulting in a
another
fall
one
from a height
by
into
the...
a body of water,
Okay.
where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Now this has to be important.
We need to have a talk. That recording. Shut it off.
Okay. Okay. That's all. That all seems important. All right, I'm gonna put that down real quick. Is there anything in here? No. No. Is there anything in here? Ah,
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
caged tiger. Hell yeah. Did I feel like one? All right.
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
Sure.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed.
Sure.
I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country.
Sure.
A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers,
Yeah.
one after the other. Each headline about a murder.
Certainly.
Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago.
Oh.
And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek,
Oh, I see.
drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing.
Oh, Clive wasn't the actual killer.
Now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can. I don't know.
Doesn't seem like.
Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess.
What did you do back then, buddy?
Mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say
Sure.
than I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So,
Sure.
hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are,
Sure.
to start putting the truth together.
Well, I'm trying.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Dude, I barely believe it. What's all this extra space down here? Alright, well, do I have to head up now? I guess that makes sense, but all this extra... Dude, Clive's been busy. Dude, I feel like your employer would be really pissed if you, like, just co-opted and, like, created a maze for just somebody to try to find out. Oh, okay, I took a wrong turn. Alright, do I press the button?
What have you found, Forrest?
So
It's
much
an
stuff.
Autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George.
Poor George.
So young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously?
Hell yeah.
Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I
Maybe.
just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
Okay.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life,
That makes sense.
sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report.
Yeah.
There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
Just
What?
super stressed
But
out.
everyone said he went swimming drunk and newspaper and everything.
That's tough.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight,
Said he
too.
liked to fight?
But
Interesting.
that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with a report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If
That's
it was
tough.
on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be
Sheriff
our caller.
Matthews.
Wait, the caller from earlier.
Interesting.
When we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
If only she had made it. Then we might have learned more about what's going on.
It's okay. We did what we could.
Oh, yeah.
Takeout idea was a long shot as it was.
Yes, it was.
I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury.
Yeah.
Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
I have no idea.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
For sure.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Nobody knows.
Unless he got it when the police collected his body. I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead
It doesn't make any sense, but
where
here
he
we
was
are.
eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I have no
I found
idea.
a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
Yeah, and that doesn't help us because
Yeah?
she
What's
died.
strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's
Yeah.
no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
Yeah.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests.
That makes sense.
That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
That's wild.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote
This
the
is all
report.
turning into some
If he
kind of
hadn't
weird
been eviscerated,
conspiracy.
we could have asked him.
And Sandra didn't make it either.
Nope.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did.
Yeah.
George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe?
It could
but
be.
then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
Yeah.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording.
Strange.
I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death.
Strange.
He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Weird. Yeah, I don't
Do you
get any
think
of
the
this.
whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, isn't
I
it,
know,
Becky?
but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek.
That makes sense.
He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them.
Yep.
Why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
But
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up?
maybe.
Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people.
Yeah, we're bad
Think you
people for
found
that, but
everything?
also it made sense at the
I
time.
think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Nobody knows.
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Apparently.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
All right. From beyond the grave.